the shadows of Manchester, a football club once stood on the brink of obscurity, a team with a rich history, but a future that seemed ever so uncertain. Before the glitz, the glamour, and the global fame, Manchester City was just another underdog. Manchester City had always been a tale of highs and lows, with far more lows than highs. The club was often seen as the other Manchester team, overshadowed by their more successful, noisy neighbours. Seasons passed, and while the red half of the city continued to bask in triumph, the blue side was stuck in mediocrity. For years, the club teetered on the edge of collapse. Relegation, financial struggles, and managerial changes left City at the mercy of fate. But fate, as it often does, had a strange way of changing the course of history. Then, in 2008, the impossible happened. An unexpected twist, a shift of power that would forever alter the landscape of world football. A new owner, a fresh vision, and a revolution was born. This wasn't just an investment. This was the birth of an empire. Suddenly, the blue half of Manchester was alive. The signings came thick and fast, players the likes of which the club could only dream of. Robinho, Tevez, Yaya Toure, Sergio Aguero, names that echoed through Europe. The Etihad roared like never before, and the once predictable team now had the swagger of a giant. The rise was swift. In 2012, in a moment that no one could have imagined, Manchester City secured their first Premier League title in 44 years. Aguero's iconic goal sealed the fate of a new era. No longer were they the underdogs, they were now giants. The impossible had become reality. And then, in 2016, the final piece of the puzzle fell into place. Enter Pep Guardiola, the architect of modern football, the mastermind who would take this team to heights few could dare dream of. With his philosophy, his style, and his unrelenting desire to win, he moulded Manchester City into a machine that tore through the Premier League. Under Pep, City became untouchable. They redefined the game, winning titles with unmatched style and dominance. The footballing world watched in awe as Manchester City played with an intensity, intelligence, and flair never before seen. But even giants have their moments of doubt. The roar of the Etihad has started to fade, and the invincibility that once defined this team now feels like a distant memory. Recent months have brought with them a series of unexpected struggles for Manchester City. Once a team of untouchable perfection, City has been losing, and often in ways that are hard to explain. But what's behind this sudden dip in form? What's causing the wheels of this well-oiled machine to falter?
First and foremost, it's the physical toll of years at the top. The relentless demands of competing on all fronts, Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, have finally caught up with City. Key players are either aging or suffering injuries. The squad depth, once a weapon, now feels stretched thin. Players like Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland have been inconsistent or injured, and when your star men can't perform, the entire system starts to crumble.
And let's not forget the mental toll. Pep Guardiola's philosophy is intense, and it requires complete commitment. In a season with so many injuries and key moments of fatigue, City has struggled to maintain that level of precision.
But it's not just injuries and fatigue. The entire Premier League has evolved, and so has the competition. Teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, and even Newcastle have grown stronger, while others are learning how to take on City's style of play. In a league this competitive, staying on top is harder than ever. Pep Guardiola, the mastermind, has faced challenges of his own. His tactics, once flawless, are now being outwitted by opponents who've studied every inch of his playbook. The pressure is mounting, and even the genius has his moments of doubt. But as the history of Manchester City has shown, the club has never been defined by easy triumphs. It's the struggle, the fight, and the relentless will to overcome that defines them. Manchester City may be in the midst of a battle, but their story is far from finished. This is a club built on resilience, and in the face of adversity, they will rise again. Because in football, as in life, it's not the fall that defines you, it's how you get back up. The blue side of Manchester has been here before. From the lowest lows to the highest peaks, they've weathered storms and come out stronger. This is just another chapter in a story that never ends. Manchester City's journey is about more than titles. It's about the heart, the fight, and the belief that greatness is never far away. The road to redemption is long, but this team, this city, they're not done yet.